Welcome back. This is Vicky here. Friday, September 9th. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use this water brush to bring the two colors together where they are not quite meeting up in the picture of my flowers. Like right here you can see all this white. I'm going to use the water brush to bring the colors together. So what I'll try to do is use this water brush to put water on there, and if it doesn't work right away, then I'll take the brush, another brush, and pull some of this tan color down around my flower. And when I'm done, I may have to go back and do the purple flowers a little bit again, touch them up where I have gotten too much water. Like this one right here, that's a little bit too much water there. So if I put a little water on there with the brush, the water brush, then I can pull it down around the flowers. Like right here, I'm just going to put it on the tan because that's the one I want to pull down, and try to have it meet up with the flower. Now this tan that I put on here, tannish brownish color, what it signifies to me is where I live here we have a lot of wild grasses, and they kind of clump together at the bottom, and they grow about 3 or 4 feet tall. So where I have those in my yard, I've tried to leave some of them alone and not cut them down, because it's actually a tall grass which people can buy at the nurseries. So instead of buying them, I just keep the ones here that are in my yard. And I do the same thing with wildflowers. If there's a nice bunch of wildflowers, I will try to leave them without cutting them down if I cut the grass. Like I said, the wildflowers, there's a lot of really pretty ones. So as I go through my steps, I may have to go back and repeat some of the same ones where I have too much water here. To bring them flowers back out to their brightest color, I would go back and add some more purple up here where the water has diluted the shape of the flower. So then wherever I have some white that did not meet up with my flower or fill in the grass, I would add a little more water and blend the two colors together right at the edges. But be careful not to use too much water, or you'll get like I have right here, this spot, which I can take a towel and dab it so that it doesn't, water just doesn't sit there. So I'm obviously going to have to go back and put that flower there when it dries. Excuse the phone ringing. forgot to turn the phone off. So I can drop a little more water on the tan. And then I can take my small brush and move it around. So this up here, I'm going to have to paint those purple flowers again. So I added some more water here. If you'll notice, I made the purple wildflowers a much darker purple than what they were. They weren't standing out very much, so I wanted to show a little more, so I came up with a darker purple. Purple, blue, lavender. Some people call that color blue, but it's purple, lavender, blue and red, made it with blue and red. So you can see on this side I have put the brown tan color closer to my flower. And there can be a little bit of white, but you wouldn't want, I don't want a lot of white showing all around every petal of the flower. You don't want to keep going back to the same spot to get to wet your color and get the brown, because you'll saturate the paper. At the top here I am going to have to put some more color just to be sure that it doesn't show up too much when I put the paper in the frame. I'm not sure that water's coming out of this water brush where I want it to. where I can, I tried to make it look like it's grass strokes going up. But when I put it in the frame, I don't want any water, any white paper to be showing. If it's looking like it is the grass growing up farther, that would be a good thing. And this little purple here, pink, is going into my tan. So take a rag and dry it off there. This brown's a little dark. I'm going to have to lighten it up, or put more brown across the whole top. A lot of this you won't see because the frame should come down to right about there. But if I have brown there, I want to have it other places across the top also. Make some like thin strokes looking like grass. When that dries here, I'll have to put some more of this golden color there. This spot here definitely needs some more tan, because that will show up in the frame, the top, right at the top, close to the flower. So I've made it look like there's this wild grass, tall grass behind it. And on the sides, I've tried to make it look like there's a tree on each side. Which is a good place for a flower bed, because we do get weather here that's in the hundreds. Even though something says it can take full sun, that's not always the case. If you have several days of 100-degree weather. Now this here is actually the tree. So it really should be this brown color. as you can see, I switched to the thin brush. I think the water brush was actually giving me too much water. I could have taped my paper down, but I still have it actually in the book with So once again, I am going to have to lighten this up a little bit with the grass color. After it dries. And I have this white right here by this orange flower. So if I just move the brush around there with the water, then the color blends together. So I've blended the tan around these purple flowers here. When the paper dries, then I will put this flower back on here and add some more tan around it. And this spot here that I actually have it darker than what I want, I'm going to put some more tan on top of that to try to lighten it up. And then after I go around the flowers on this stem and this stem, I'm going to try to use a brighter yellow on my small yellow flowers so that they stand out more. And that's actually what I did with these purple flowers. I went to a darker purple because the lighter lavender barely showed up once I started putting the background in. And I wanted them to kind of pop out. So that's what I'll be doing with my small yellow flowers that are actually wildflowers, which are weeds to most people probably, but they're very pretty, dainty flowers, similar to the purple ones, lavender. I hope you liked this video.